You can't. How many times in your life have you heard that? Someone telling you that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, your grades aren't good enough, you don't have enough money to do something, you'll never have enough money to do what you want to do, and you'll never be able to leave your hometown because you have no education, you're not going to college. All these things that people tell you your entire life, it seems like they spend a lot of time telling people that they can't do something. Now, when someone tells you that you can't do something, remember that you can. If you put your mind to anything, you can do anything you want to do. And that is really the point of this video. Casey Neistat just did a really awesome video, and it's called Do What You Can't. I suggest looking that up. It's just a short, brief little video of some really awesome video footage that he's compiled over the years, and he's trying to influence people to go out and do their own thing the way they want to do it, because you know what, it's a big wide world out there, and it is such an awesome positive place. If you look at it in that light, you can do anything in your life that you set out to do, whether you're young or old, middle-aged, maybe you just lost your job, maybe you just are a recovering alcoholic, or you got over a drug problem, family problems, all these things that bring us down in our life. Sometimes when we get to the lowest point, of course, there's always a way to get back to the top. And the top of a good life is being happy. And that's really what this is all about. Enjoying yourself. You know, success to me is being happy in your life, doing what you do, and no matter what that is. If you're a dishwasher, if you're an RC car guy, or if you fly airplanes, or if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or maybe you work in a restaurant, if you're a cook, or you work in the medical field, whatever you do, as long as you're happy doing that, that's what's most important, and you enjoy the people around you. And a lot of us do that. We surround ourselves with people that lift us up, and a good part of what I do, spending each day making these videos for you guys, is to lift you up, maybe even just for a moment, out of that current situation that you're in. Wherever you're watching this video from the world, I can come into your living room, I can communicate with you from anywhere in the world, and you can message back right on this video, in this channel. You can make a comment, and you can tell me something about yourself. Some people choose to put me down, and that's okay too, but you know what? We're able to communicate on a daily basis almost, and that's an amazing thing, because that is an amazing reach, that I can reach out into the world and communicate with you directly. And when I make these videos, a lot of times I am speaking directly to you, the viewer, and trying to show you something new, or just have a little bit of fun, even if just for one moment of your day, that you can come and watch a video and enjoy yourself, and kind of break away from that situation, like I said. So this video channel, it's not about me. A lot of times I'm showing just the product on the bench, and you know, I do have my own personal image on here, which a lot of people on YouTube do. But at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about you, the viewer, and showing you something, show and tell. Teaching you something new, maybe something that you never saw before, because if you learn one little thing, that can spin you off in a totally different direction and can change your life, literally change your life. One little piece of information, one little positive seed planted in someone's head, you know, whether you're young or old, you see something that inspires you. And that's what this is really about, is inspiring others to go out and try something they've never tried before that might change their life. And I think that's probably one of the most important aspects of what I'm doing here. And it's really cool. The international reach that we have on this channel is so broad-based. I can do a video and I can reach people from all over the world now. We have over 50,000 subscribers, and that's cool. You guys are from all over the world. I mean, we get comments. I get messages all the time, from emails from people from you guys. You guys are literally from everywhere: India, Philippines, Malaysia, China. You're from Russia, the USA, all over the USA, Japan, Germany, France, the UAE, Pakistan, Middle East, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Italy, Netherlands, and even some remote Pacific Islands, way out in the middle of the ocean. I've gotten emails from people out there that fly drones. It's really, really cool. And I've learned a lot about you guys since we started doing these giveaways, and that is really satisfying to me, because what's happening is I'm learning about you and I'm getting to know you as well. I don't talk a lot about my personal life on my channel, and I don't discuss matters about my family or my background really too much with you guys, but you guys know a little bit about me because we do communicate quite a bit. And there's a lot of people right now that email me and ask me, how do they start a drone channel, or how do they be a successful YouTuber or influencer, or whatever you want to call this that's happening on YouTube today. Young people ask me how do they get started, and someone wrote me an email a couple days ago and asked me, and I told them just to keep uploading, do what you want to do, whatever makes you passionate, to create new things. Just keep uploading constantly. And it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. Some days I make a bad video and I don't like it, and it's okay. I put forth enough effort to do something for that afternoon and that day, and that's what we have to do. We have to keep going, and you have to keep your ambition alive while you're doing what you're set out to do, what your goal is, your end goal. And what my end goal is for this channel, I don't know. I'm just kind of riding this wave and enjoying it at the moment where I am right here in this moment. So what's the point of all this? I think the biggest point, like I was saying before, is to lift you guys up. I'm here to break you out of that moment, at least for part of your day, and show you something positive, and show you how amazing this world can really be. It's an amazing world out there. Now, after I'm dead and gone, if this video reaches someone else out there on the internet, or if some of my other videos reach people, I think the biggest benefit to my life would have been influencing someone else and giving them some type of ambition to do something in their life that radically changes their life and maybe their life direction for the better. So that would be a huge gift to me. And this is great because I can reach people no matter what their economic situation, whether they have a handicap issue, they have cancer, or they have some kind of terrible home life, abusive relationships, from a friend or a relative, some types of drug addictions that you guys have shared with me. You're recovering alcoholics, and mentally ill. There's all kinds of things that, any list of negativities in your life that you have shared with me, and I really appreciate that you feel like this helps you out in being just a little bit happier. And you remember that person sitting in the room, maybe in your classroom or at work, that person that's always seemed to be kind of a little bit unhappy in the room, and they're not doing that well, and a lot of people ignore that person. Sometimes if you just reach out to that person and encourage them the tiniest bit, that person will have their life change for the rest of their life. They'll always remember that you reached out to them to help them, whatever their situation was. And this is, like I said, in school or at work, on the street or wherever. Just reaching out to someone for one single moment of their day will change their life, and they'll always remember that. It happened to me when I was a child. My art teacher reached out to me, and she changed my life. She changed my way of thinking, because at the time everyone else was telling me that I can't. They were constantly telling me that I couldn't do this, I can't do that, I can't make a living doing art, I will never be able to have any money, I will be a poor, starving artist, I will live in a hut, in a plywood hut with a dirt floor. And the reality is that was all negative fabrications that they were trying to put into my own mind, and that was wrong of them to try to do that, mainly because they were projecting their own unhappiness onto me as a child, and no one should ever do that to a child. That's absolutely wrong. So reach out to that person that you see that might need a little bit of help and encourage them. When you look on the internet from wherever you are in the world, and you think how vast the internet is, and you think, oh man, I'm so small, I'll never be able to amount to anything, Just remember one thing, that this is 2017. A lot has changed in the last 20 years with communication. We're a smaller global community now, and we're able to, just with one click, we're able to reach out to people across the entire world. That's really, really amazing and powerful. If you think about that for a moment, one click, one like, one dislike, we've affected someone's life from one side of the planet to another in an instant, and that's really powerful. So like I said, we're up to 50,000 plus subscribers now, and we reach millions of people on this channel, and it's quite amazing. I can upload a video at any day, any moment of the day, and I can reach as many people as a U2 concert, and that's pretty wild to me. And I can do it without charging you a single penny. You don't have to pay to watch my video. It's completely free to you to watch this video. You can get public Wi-Fi, and you can go sit in a library somewhere and you can watch this content, no charge to you. And that's really cool. So guys, what I'm saying here is, don't ever compromise your ambitions to other people, no matter what other people say. And I know it's really hard to not listen to them when they tell you negative things. Some people will spend what looks like a half an hour trying to write a paragraph comment on how terrible my video was. It was the worst video they've ever seen. It was the worst explained, shown, filmed. The sound was terrible. Maybe I didn't upload it in 4K. All these things that they come up with that try to bring me down. You know what? I don't even read half of them, what they write anymore. I read like the first line, and it's really terrible. So you just delete it. You don't have to spend or waste your life listening to someone trying to bring you down. It's not even worth your time. It's really not. A lot of times when you have someone like that in the room, they're usually the odd person out in the room, and that's probably the way it is in their life, and I have to feel compassion for that, because a lot of times when people are like that in real life situations, the rest of the crowd in the room is kind of ignoring that person because they know that person is going to try to just be that way with them. So generally people are looking to socialize and look out for one another and be a part of something bigger than themselves. I grew up in a small town in North Carolina, and I remember hearing all kinds of stuff from different people growing up, and they always, like I said before, they're always telling me I can't do something. I said I want to move to New York City, and I want to do video production. I want to go work for MTV or some big company, corporation. I want to be a video editor in film and television. Everyone told me, you can't do that. You're from a small town. You don't have any money. There's no way you can make it up there. You don't have an education. Well, guess what? I did, and I went and I worked for a couple different companies in New York City, and I was a professional broadcast editor. And I did that. I did what I dreamed of doing, and I did it by the time I was 23 years old. I wanted to quit my day job, and I wanted to make things for virtual reality games. And people around me said, that's absolutely nuts. You can't quit your job to try to make virtual reality games. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to make a living. You're going to be penniless. You're going to be broke. Guess what? I was able to do that, quit my job, and be successful at it for more than a decade. That is really, really fun. And I had a lot of fun doing it, and I enjoyed doing it. And that's a lot of people couldn't understand it. They say, oh, you're just avoiding your regular life. You want to have a virtual reality life. You're not living in the real world. You're not a doctor or a lawyer. You're just making things that don't even exist, that people buy. Why is that important? It's important to me because I was enjoying myself and my life, and I wasn't stuck in a cubicle somewhere in New York City for the rest of my life, riding the subway to work every day to sit in a cubicle. So I freed myself from that. And sometimes when you think you want something and you finally achieve it, it might not be what you really want. Once you get there and you stand on top of that hill and you look down and you think, well, this isn't really what I wanted. It's okay to change your mind and try something different and do something different. And when I was in high school, I said I want to go to college and I want to get a bachelor's degree, and a lot of my teachers said, you can't do that. You don't have good enough grades you're really terrible at math, and you'll never be able to do that. And guess what? I did. I went to college and I got a bachelor's degree. And 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to start up drone camps. And people told me that, yeah, that's not really a good idea. Drones are dangerous. They're illegal. You know, you're a spy. You're going to spy in my window. And I got told all kinds of ridiculous things about drones that from people who had no idea what a drone even looked like. All they saw was a phantom on the news channel, and they tapped into this paranoia that was created by the media. And the FAA, the National Park Service, and all these other entities made up this rush to make up all these rules about drones that, you know, so far, to my knowledge, no one's been killed by a drone. You just have to be responsible and make sure that you go by your town or city's rules about drones. You know, people would tell me on my channel when I first got started, and even still, you know, that I'm a sellout, that I, you know, why do I waste my time showing you guys the cheapest crap toy drones out there? You know, I'm a sellout because I show things that are more affordable on the channel. I don't show all the high-end stuff like DJI and you know, even some of the really high-end stuff like the Inspire 2. They told me I wasn't smart enough to do this channel. They told me that I wasn't Sharpoo. They told me that I wasn't Mr. Steele. They told me that I'm not Flight Test. I'm not all these different things. But I don't have to be. You know, I don't have to be. I'm not obligated to hold up to anyone else's standards except my own. So I can be anything I want to be. And I did that. And this is my own thing, and I'm doing my own thing. And if other people enjoy it, that is what is really awesome. Now, if you're watching this video and you're a younger person and you don't have quite as much experience as someone like myself, I'm a little older than some of you watching this channel. We have a pretty young demographic, but I just want to keep you in the loop about people that make those negative comments. You have to realize that a lot of those people that make those negative comments, or they're trolling, or they're just mean to you at school, or you know, in your job, you have to remember that they're pretty unhappy in their life and they're not satisfied with themselves. And that's the biggest problem with those people. You know, it's sad. So you just have to tell them, hey man, things will get better for you. I swear, I promise, things will get better. You know, just lighten up a little bit and everything will be okay. Because all of us are here and we're all supporting each other on the channel. We're communicating like never before on the videos. We're making comments and I'm talking back to you guys, and it's a lot of fun. I really like the interactivity of putting a new video up and getting your responses on it. It really makes me super excited when I see a comment come up and I get to read what you said. So keep making those comments for sure. And for those guys that are full of negativity, just remember that the door is always open for you here on the channel. You can come to the other side where we're all having a good time and join the party for sure. And like I said, success is enjoying your life and what you do. And that's the biggest thing to me, is success is enjoying your life and what you do. So encourage other people to keep dreaming, and just remind them that they can do it. You can do anything you want to do.